What's up, guys? Welcome back to the basement. Hope you all had a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. We got 2 weeks worth of books for you. Starting off, we got Action Labs' Tomboy, issue 1. We got Dark Horse's HellBoy and the BPRD 1953. The Witch Tree and Rawhead and Bloody Bones. We got Itty Bitty HellBoy, The Search for a Were-Jaguar. We've got The Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, issue 1, and Jacked from DC. We got IDW's The Transformers, Sins of the Wreckers. We've got Jupiter's Circle, volume 2, issue 1. And for Marvel, we've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 1. We got Silk and also Venom Space Knight. That's last week's shit. This week, we got Action Labs' Bigfoot, Sword of the Earthman. We got Dark Horse's Mystery Girl, DC's Harley's Little Black Book, Robin War, and Sheriff of Babylon. We got Doc Savage, The Spider's Web from Dynamite, as well as Seduction of the Innocent. We got Image's Blackjack Ketchum and Ringside issue 1, and we're gonna finish off with a whole bunch of Marvel number 1s, including all new Inhumans, all new X-Men, Daredevil, Guardians of Infinity, Red Wolf, Spidey, and the totally awesome Hulk. So sit back, grab some whiskey, watch the intro, and we'll be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you all had a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. Ramon and I had fun. I ate my fill of Italian food, and then I passed right out on the couch. I don't really eat turkey much, but my friend's mother made a ham that was to die for. Wow. So good. And like some sausage stuffing, too, that I just destroyed. My mother made lasagna.
He has no leftovers.
There's no leftovers. I
Nothing.
sat like a fat kid all week and ate nothing but leftovers. It was phenomenal.
Rhino asked what I thought about BVS trailer.
Well, might as well start the show with it.
Yeah, we should.
So, how many people out there were watching Jimmy Kimmel last night and the Batman vs. Superman trailer premiered? All I know is I'm sitting there watching it on the TV, and I'm like, all right, same old shit, boring stuff, mild human interaction for a little bit. When are we going to quit with the melodrama? Holy shit, Doomsday! I was right. I was fucking right. I was right from months ago. Everybody called me crazy. And people were like, nah, dude, it's not fucking Doomsday, you're a dick. Where you getting your information from? All of you motherfuckers can eat fucking dick. I was right. I don't care if he fucking looks like a cave troll.
SNL says you're
I was right. He does look like a cave troll, goddammit. He really does.
It looks horrible.
Looks stupid. But that doesn't matter. I was right. Actually, we pulled up a picture a little earlier today, which when you watch this episode will be popping up on screen right now. He kind of looks like Wraith. Don't he, though?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. A little Doomsday Wraith crossover mix, something like that. It was
just...
I still like the fact, and I still think Bizarro's going to be in it. I still think it's going to degenerate to him. Now, I've also heard some shit like the sequence where Superman rips off Batman's mask is a dream.
Yeah, when everybody kneels to him when he flies in.
Yeah.
Where Batman's being held.
I fucking, that's even more retarded.
This movie sounds very busy.
Yeah. I don't know whether we're going to have time for a dream sequence. I would rather that just be real and Batman is captured by Bizarro. Just because I really want to be right again. But, you know, two in one shot. I really thought Wonder Woman's entrance was grand. Like, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to like her in the slightest. The quick flash that we got of her the last time was like nothing. This, yeah, I'll say it. She looked good. And she might have been enhanced photoshoppedly, video photoshoppedly, whatever. To, get the tits a little bit larger, whatever. Because she is like this big. And I said it, I hope you guys caught the review that I put up last night. I worked my balls off to get that shit up within an hour of the damn fucking right. We got a Pete's Basement reaction video to Batman Superman. That is on the pete'sbasement.com site right now. That's
Julio said it's probably Zardo's Soup's clone under all the Doomsday rocks.
It is. It's fucking, what you call it? He used his body as like a cloning sample.
That is Pete's theory. If you go back to even before the reaction.
Jason,
way back, months ago.
Hagopian says that he thinks they revealed too much in this trailer.
Well, they had to, Jason, for the simple fact that Marvel's Civil War trailer killed it. Everybody lost their minds. People needed hand trucks to pick their jaws up off the floor.
Yeah.
So DC pretty much had no choice but to show Doomsday at this point.
But I agree,
just to regenerate interest in this movie, and it worked.
I agree with Dark Avenger. I think it was meh. I don't think it was that good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Lex Luthor?
Lex Luthor sucked, but we knew he was going to suck.
But he's the main villain.
What do you want me to tell you? We knew Eisenberg was going to suck.
The main villain sucks. So the best thing we could do is get a good fight
He's a
between the two
fucking punk
heroes.
kid. We knew he was going to be a punk kid as soon as the casting was done. I don't like that. I don't like the way he acted. I don't like that prepubescent voice that he did when he was meeting the two of them. I hate that shit.
I like the fact that Mikey reminded us that he looks like Carrot Top.
He does look a bit like Carrot Top.
Less muscular, but still Carrot Top.
And he looks like Arcade, bro. He could have been a stellar Arcade in any X-Men flick.
Yeah.
Without question. But instead, we have a punk-ass Lex Luthor who's basically a spoiled rich kid who's going to throw a tantrum through the entire movie. Steel yourself toward that so you don't throw up on the person in front of you at the movies. I think of Lex Luthor, and my ideal is not even Hackman. It's the dude from the animated series.
Yeah.
That kind of Hispanic-looking dude that was bald, who could basically had that attitude of, I'm going to buy and sell your entire family and then have them shot in front of you because I can afford it. That's Lex Luthor to me.
I agree.
This is not what we're getting.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
And everybody, the question on everyone's mind is basically they're asking the Spider-Man question, where's Aquaman? Everybody wants to see Aquaman, same as they want to see Spider-Man. You're not gonna.
Aquaman makes no sense.
In the movie, fine. That's besides the point. People want to see what Jason Momoa looks like. And I would be genuinely surprised if you even see him at this late in the game. The movie comes out in March or May? This one's May. This one's March. It's too late in the game unless they do some sort of new like super duper teaser shortly after the Super Bowl. I don't think you're going to see Aquaman. I don't think you should see Aquaman.
I don't think so either.
I think it should be something about this movie should be a fucking surprise. Mm-hmm. Because that is the biggest problem with comic books and movies these days is nothing's a goddamn surprise anymore. I looked at one of the books that we're going to review a little later, Daredevil, come out this week, which, by the way, fucking good. He looks like he's just chilling with Gambit on the cover. Dude, the dude even has a bow. Like, really?
And it is.
And it's not Gambit.
Yeah.
Ron Garney's a great artist. He looks like Gambit. And it's not Gambit. And people were like, dude, were you stupid? That Blind Spot, man. That shit was all over the solicits like fucking months ago. And guess what? I don't read the solicits because I like to be surprised. I try to stay as far away from solicits as humanly possible. Yeah. You've been laughing.
Fanboy says the trailer gives away everything. And
it does.
It just sucks.
And I hate when they do that.
Because
at this point, the surprise of the movie is going to be Aquaman.
There's a sequence where you pay attention and you see parademons.
Caught that, right? Those did look like parademons.
I don't think War Machine's going to die, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Why are they parademons?
Because this is Dawn of Justice, bro. The next movie is Justice League, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little, yeah, it should be.
So therefore, we need to introduce some sort of Darkseid element.
So you have Lex
Wouldn't
Luthor.
it be wild if you got Darkseid at the end of the movie?
That's too much. I think it's too much.
Do you think there'll be an after credit scene? I know Snyder doesn't like those.
Snyder's a dick.
Snyder is a dick. Let's move along and talk about the Civil War trailer. I hope you guys caught my reaction video to that as well. I did a little bit more analysis of that than I did with Batman Superman.
Because we care more for that one.
That is true. I'm not going to deny that this trailer reinvigorated my interest in Batman Superman, but my heart still goes to Civil War. I cannot wait for this movie, and it's going to be phenomenal. I'm sure of it. biggest question on everybody's mind at this point is War Machine going to die?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
That is a major death if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I don't think it's going to is because, let's face it, the only guy that got killed in Civil War was Goliath. And before Civil War, none of you had any idea who Goliath was.
Nobody gave a fuck.
Neither did I. He was the black giant man. No one cares.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Not because he's black, but because he's fucking giant man. No one cares.
They're not going to have anybody seriously kill
Right.
another hero.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got really, really hurt. That took him out of the fight, etc.
Are you Team Cap or Team Tony?
I'm Team Tony.
Bungholio 12. It's weird saying Bungholio. Who wants to know?
Watch the reaction video. I go into it, but I am fully Team Tony on this for the simple fact that we do not give random people guns and call them police officers. We do not give random people fatigues and they get to call themselves Army Rangers. People with powers, people who are going to be out there fighting for the law, protecting justice and all of that jazz, they need to be trained. You can't just go out there willy-nilly and call yourself a superhero because you got some powers.
I agree.
Because otherwise you're going to blow up a city like Speedball did.
But there has to be more to it than just that.
There's going to be more to
Captain
it.
America would agree on training.
At this point, the way it looks, it's hard to side with Cap because all he's doing is fighting for his boy. He's sticking up for his friend that he went to war with because that's his best friend, his childhood buddy, and like he's just trying to make sure because they want to try Bucky for war crimes. That is the purpose of this movie. That's part of the Sokovia Accords, which is basically the MCU version of the Registration Act, and that he's trying to protect Bucky from being brought before a criminal court or an international military tribunal. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word. So yeah, it's hard to side with Cap. That is another thing that the Batman Superman trailer lacks, or at least the movie appears to lack versus Civil War. This is our first look at Civil War, and already it busts you right in the gut with all of the feels, as the kids would say.
It freaking did.
I mean, who amongst us did not go, oh, when, he was like, I'm sorry, Tony, I have to do this. He's my friend.
Amy says hi.
Hi, Amy.
MCU has different story twists like Vision holding Mjolnir. What Civil War twist do you expect?
Well, now that you've interrupted my one shining
It
Oscar
disappears.
moment.
I gotta throw the question out there.
I understand.
I have shit memory, as you know.
I know you do. Nevertheless, really, who amongst us did not just shed a little tear when he was like, "Well, he's my friend." So was I. It was ow, And the choreography was absolutely
Oh my
astounding.
God, that fight scene?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a really amazing set of panels, which I'm going to post up on Instagram. I got it in my phone just waiting to do it. It's the fight between Spider-Man and Captain America, where Spider-Man's actually, he's monologuing in his head, and he's like, I've always tried to study his moves. I've always tried to emulate him, be like him, and learn how to fight like him. And I realize, while I'm in the thick of it now, he doesn't have moves. He just has one move. Everything is just one fluid move. He's that good that everything just moves right into another, into another, into another. He's like the perfect fighting machine. And right before that, just fucking punches Peter right in the face. It's great. Yeah. That's a twist I'm hoping to see.
Something that was missing is Baron Zemo.
We have not seen Baron Zemo yet. We haven't seen any of the bad guys yet.
You think we're going to see Red Hulk?
I
mean, obviously, if you don't know, General Thunderbolt Ross is the Red Hulk in the comic books.
I would love to see Red Hulk.
I would love to also. That would be impressive.
What if he... That would be a hell of a twist. What if he has to go... If Cap's team defeats Tony and he has to go after them and he takes it upon himself to go after them, instead of the Hulk, he takes it upon himself to go after Cap and Winter Soldier as the Red Hulk. Could you imagine that?
He's too powerful, though. There's nobody on Red Hulk's power level that we know of that's in the movie.
That's true.
Unless, a certain Hulk is in the cast.
Vision, maybe?
Yeah.
With the Infinity Stone? He'd be the only one.
If he understands how to use an Infinity Stone.
Well, he is a super smart robot.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think he would have used the full power of it against Ultron?
Yeah.
He was a newborn?
Pretty much.
Okay. Red Hulk versus Superman.
I'll still give those fights to Superman because Superman is smart enough not to fight punch for punch.
Superman has to fight from a distance because Red Hulk knows how to absorb radiation.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
What's up, Freddy?
Forgot about that. What's up, Freddy?
Hey, Freddy. My nephew, Freddy, guys.
Plain and simple, I think Civil War is going to be the big cash cow for 2016. I think Batman and Superman will do great, and I want it to do great. I don't want it to fail. I'm not one of those DC haters that wants every movie that DC
I don't want it
makes
to fail. I just
fail.
want quality from them. You see, okay,
They are rushing things without question.
Yes, and the shit is they shouldn't have. Me and my wife were discussing this. They had the first real serious comic book movie blockbusters with the Nolan trilogy.
Sure.
They had this sick momentum, and they just dropped the fucking ball. And Marvel copied them and released Hulk and Iron Man. And from there, we all know the sky's the fucking limit. They rule the world as we know it. Star Wars versus Civil War. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a monster upon its own. No.
Sun Crushers. That's the name of a ship. Sun Crushers.
Clarify, he means box office.
Star Wars, without question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars is going to be the highest grossing film ever. I can practically fucking guarantee it.
Yeah.
What's on the top now?
Titanic.
Avatar?
No, Titanic.
It's still Titanic?
It is Titanic.
It's just a damn ship.
Is it Titanic or is it?
Or is it Avatar?
It's a Cameron movie, so it's either Titanic or Avatar.
Yeah, it's time to unseat this jerk off.
You guys watch all the episodes of Jessica Jones? Yes.
Yes. All right, let's talk Jessica Jones.
Spoilers will follow.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it yet, what the fuck is wrong with
If you haven't seen it yet, just mute your TV and we'll wave like this when we're done talking about
Jarek
Jessica
said no.
Jones.
Jarek, I'm sorry, Jarek.
By TV, he means Periscope.
By TV, I mean Periscope. Well, I know Sinestro plugs his shit into the TV, so he watches us on the big screen.
That's pretty amazing.
That is awesome.
That's frightening.
That too.
There's a slight chance that I might be taller on his TV screen.
Jarek's on episode 2. Jarek, episode 2?
Seriously, bro? I expect better of you.
Oh, wait, Bunghole is up to 8. Relic Lord's only at 6.
All right, so no spoilers then. No spoilers.
All right, no spoilers, you fuckers.
I will definitely say, simply put, for me, David Tennant steals the show.
Who's that?
I hate you. I hate you on so many levels.
Who's David
The
Tennant?
fucking Purple Man.
Okay, I
motherfucker.
don't know his real name. I don't give a fuck about him.
He's Doctor Who.
I don't care about Doctor Who either. Why didn't he just say Purple Man?
Ramon says I've changed since watching Doctor Who.
We're getting a lot of people voting for spoilers.
Yeah, we are.
So
Even El Sinestro.
No spoilers. Everybody who doesn't want spoilers, say no spoilers.
Yeah, who wants spoilers and not? I mean, let us know, because I've been
just do it.
itching to talk about this shit.
What if we do a separate Periscope with nothing but spoilers, but we don't do it during the regular TV show?
Really?
Sinestro says spoilers. Jess says no
Anybody who
spoilers.
says no spoilers, I think overrules spoilers, personally.
I think so too.
Relic and Jess said no spoilers.
3-day rule, whatever that says.
Usually it's a 3-day rule, and it's been about a week and a half or so, 2 weeks, something like that.
Netscape. I mean, in the era of...
Jess says separate shows.
I don't mind doing a separate show, so yeah, we'll hold off.
3 days is fine for one episode. 3 days for the entire series.
I didn't binge. I was very good. I did not finish Jessica Jones until the day before Thanksgiving, and that was because my coworkers were yelling at me to talk, like they wanted to talk to me about it, and I'm like, shut up, I haven't seen it yet.
That's Sinestro. You got me already.
It is really good.
I binged. I finished it.
I know you did.
Saturday afternoon, because I woke up late.
When I talked to you, you were on like episode 11, bro.
Yeah, and it's just good. And that big reveal that we spoke about.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuckers, man.
I don't remember what he's talking about. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what he means. This is the other beautiful thing about having a fucking no. I still don't know.
Oh, you fucker!
Just say there's a spoiler right now, and then wave when there's no.
Wait, here, write it down in your fucking kanji writing. Ramon has the most horrible hand. Oh, that one!
Yes, that one.
Oh, that one. How the fuck does this mean that?
The red. It was.
Oh! Oh! Okay, now I get it. Yeah. Just keep your eyes and ears open. There's a couple of great Easter eggs running around in what you call it, in Jessica Jones. Overall, Tennant steals the show without question. Kristen Ritter, I know you and El Sinestro have both spoken of it and said, you've seen the light and she's hot and this and that. And
She's.
I
Oh, look. All right. There's different levels of hotnesses.
I don't.
Look. There's Salma Hayek in her prime because now she's falling off.
She got those huge fucking tit implants. I don't like it.
So Salma Hayek.
Desperado.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Alice Eve.
He said, "Forget about it." Oh.
Then you have like
I'm like a proud father here.
early Halle Berry.
Sure.
And then you have Kristen Ritter. She's very attractive. She's very fuckable. She's even wifeable.
She
But
is
she isn't
so
like
skinny.
She is skinny. And she wore the shit out of those fucking blue jeans in every damn episode. It was the same jeans. I was looking because it lifted up her ass a bit more.
Tommy Two-Step likes to call those kind of girls spinners.
Yeah, it's like El
You
Sinestro
sit them
said.
right on your cock and just spin them.
El
Spinners.
Sinestro says she's awkward hot.
Awkward hot.
Yes,
All right.
she is awkward hot.
But she's kind of that awkward hot that you want to punch her in the face. Just me?
You want to punch her in the face. Because you have this whole rage thing going for you, man.
When she smiles from ear to ear, she smiles from ear to ear.
She has a nice smile, though. It's endearing. Yeah.
Hellcat's side boob, though.
Fanboy. He likes her.
All right. Listen, I'm okay
Hellcat
with
is
being out.
cute.
She's
She's
cute.
cute.
Holy shit, why is Hellcat, making her way into the Marvel Universe? She's getting her own book. Who demanded this? Who? Hellcat's getting her
She
own
had a
book
book
back.
before, and it
I know, in the 70s when all weird characters
recently.
had books.
She looks boyish and has a hairy bush.
Probably.
Hellcat, Jesus Christ.
There was a good question from somebody, which I already know the answer to, but Daredevil better than Jessica Jones?
Absolutely.
No. Wait.
Without question.
No, I'm not going to answer that question because you can't compare the two.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
No.
No.
Wait, which one do you think is better?
I like Daredevil better.
Okay, I did like Daredevil better. But, in our defense, we are crazy testosterone men.
Yeah.
The action in that is way better than the action in this one. But the drama and the suspense in Jessica Jones...
This was darker,
Yes.
without a doubt.
See, Darth Myers. No, you really can't compare them. It's like Netflix and Marvel are delivering you one dish here, one dish there.
Yeah.
You have some lasagna, and then you have some rice and
Even
beans.
as a strong female character, she annoyed me because she was just so whiny and complainy. And boo-hoo, I got raped and sodomized for years by the Purple Man. Boo fucking who. Man up and beat the shit out of him.
Okay, these are just the thoughts and opinions of Pete from Pete's Basement. He does not represent the complete Pete's Basement.
Listen, I'm not advocating rape. I'm advocating the fucking sodomization of the asshole who did it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, here's the fucking thing. And they dealt with it. This is a minor spoiler.
The Kilgrave's love story lost him, somebody.
How about you go and spend $300 or so, you get yourself some Beats by Dre or whoever he sold the company to, you blast some Metallica in that shit.
No, they explained it. It's not exactly just sound.
I didn't, whatever. I don't think I think they made that shit up for the movie.
They fully, in the series, he explained his powers, where it's a virus that leaves him. It's not exactly mental, straight up telepathy he has. So, it's different. So you can't just rock some beats and just not hear him.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So
basically, you're telling JJ watch some Law and Order, SVU, and suck it up. Bongholio.
Marissa Hardest gay? Yeah. Because that was her whole character's claim to fame. She was raped and now she's in SVU. If I were her, I'd be shooting rapists in the dick every time I caught one. And I would just tell my captain, he attacked me. Prove it. He attacked me, I shot him in the dick.
Pete actually is a peer counselor.
Who's Geddy Lee?
I don't know. Listen, this is why I like Frank. I can't wait for a Punisher series on Netflix.
Seriously, what's covering the table? Cherrick wants to know.
Oh, what is covering the table? Glad you guys asked. Well, Besides for the Tinies, 2 knit dolls of Iron Man and Deadpool, which you can easily get at her Etsy shop. To search Etsy for the Tiny, and you can get these little guys. They make great Christmas presents. I will be giving a few as stocking stuffers myself. Blech. You will also notice I just got these really cute little Funko mystery minis of Supernatural.
You like those, don't you?
I really do. And stand up, Dean. Come on, you're not that drunk. And of course, I had when searching eBay for the mystery minis, I also came across the horror series too, and I had to go buy myself a Cthulhu.
I'm surprised that's all you bought because you're a horror nut.
Well, I know, but see, that's the problem is I have to limit myself. I don't really have room for these things.
No, you know.
And some of them get really stupid expensive. Like for some reason, the Hellraiser one is like $70 because it was a rare edition. Now I don't believe Hellraiser should be a rare edition. Like he's like a main horror character.
Wasn't there like a glow in the dark version?
There are a couple. Yeah, they do make. There was a glow in the dark Cthulhu too, but it didn't look as good. It's not as detailed because it's like all clear and everything, so you can't really see it. But I think what you guys are asking really about are these Star Wars banks. They are banks, mind you. The Stormtrooper knows he has a little slit in the back. These are 4 banks that were donated to me by a good friend of mine, and we are going to give these away on next week's show, on the live show. All you got to do this coming week is look for the graphic on our Instagram. It should be up, give or take tomorrow or so. Hang on, I'm in the middle of a thought. Don't distract me. Don't do that. I'm going to post a graphic of all 4 of these guys, and all you got to do is repost the graphic, share it, and we're going to hashtag it. It's going to be Pete's Basement Star Wars Contest, and that's going to be your entry, and we're just going to draw names out of a hat next week on the live show, and we're just going to be like, this is for the Darth Vader bank, and we're going to draw a name. This is for the Darth Maul bank. We draw a name, and that's the way it's going to go. You don't get to pick and choose because then everybody's going to be fighting over the Darth Vader one. Let's face it, or the Boba Fett. Let's be honest here.
What type of hat, though?
What type of hat?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That'll be a surprise.
That'll be a surprise as well. Maybe I'll see if I can get like a Star Wars, like a Darth Vader hat or something.
Right, Star Wars theme.
Yeah. I got a couple of friends at Ruby's Costume Company that might be able to hook me up with something like that. So maybe. We'll see what goes on. So good luck, guys. Wanted to show these off to you. We figure next week is prime time to do it because it will be the day that Star Wars hits theaters. The day.
So none of you assholes will be watching it.
So basically, if you were one of those people that got the fucking opening day tickets, good for you, but you might be SOL. Well, no, you won't be because you'll have entered during the week. You just won't know it immediately. Right. Maybe you'll come home and then you'll watch it over the weekend, the Pete's Basement show, and you'll be like, holy shit, I won. So.
You're not a true fan if you're not watching our Periscope in the movie theater with the
It's true. Well, you should have like one eye on Pete's Basement's Periscope and the other eye on Star Wars. Let's face it. Guys, also
broadcast the Star Wars to us. We'll watch it.
Don't forget that if you want to do that, just drop us a line, questions@petesbasement.com, and say we'll watch Star Wars. Don't forget, guys, we have these Paybacks books, triple signed, that we're going to give away on. We'll do this, I think.
The one after?
Yeah, I think the one after. It'll be the one, what you call it? Or maybe you want to extend this one, because then next week is...
I don't know, we have to figure our schedule out.
We do, because at this point, then after next week, we're not here for 2 weeks. So maybe we'll give this away starting the week we come back. Okay. All right. New Year. So you got plenty of time, guys. All you got to do for this one is go on Pete's Basement channel on YouTube. You can find the episode on petesbasement.com, and you go to the interview that we did at New York Comic Con with the creators of the Paybacks. That would be Donnie Cates and Elliot Rahal. Hope I'm saying homeboy's name right. And during the interview, they mention a new character that will be making his debut in a later issue of Paybacks. Just let us know the name of the character so that we know that you watched the interview. Hit us up, questions@petesbasement.com, and you can title that Paybacks. And also, we're going to throw your name in a hat, and then we will give those away on the show when we come back in 2016, the first episode of Season 9. You can go down in history as the person man or woman, who won the first contest of Pete's Basement Season 9.
Fuck,
Wouldn't you be special?
Huge deal there.
That is a pretty crazy deal. And of course, if anybody has ever won our contest in the past, you know we don't just give away comic books. There's all kinds of other nonsense that we throw in, like cards and sometimes stickers or naked pictures and stuff like that. You never know.
Not of them.
Not of us. Once we sent one that was ticking, but that was just because I packed my alarm clock, and he was really nervous about opening it. There was that whole thing that was on the news, and like the feds came to the house and everything.
Baby onesies.
Abby onesies?
Baby onesies.
Baby onesies. Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
Abby normal.
Oh, that reminds me. We have a winner to a contest that, just some silly shit that I started last week. First of all, Ramon, while I'm looking for this, why don't we start talking about the Arrow Flash crossover this week?
Oh my God, it was awesome. Okay. It was good. It was well written. It was funny. It was full of action. Mm-hmm. It was really fast and abrupt, though.
Yeah. I could have done with, they could have stretched this out for another episode, I think.
I mean, 1 minute Arrow was dealing with this fuck, and technically in a Flash, do I need to watch Arrow? Yes, Smasher, you need to watch Arrow. You didn't watch Arrow? You're about to get a shitload of spoilers. And next minute, Flash is dealing with his world. And we only had a small glimpse of this chick being Kendra, whatever her name is.
Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Right.
And I loved it. It was awesome. But there were just some problems.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was too abrupt.
Okay.
And it's leading to something that's quite a while away.
Yeah, all the way in January. I mean, it's only a month and a half away, bro.
I know, but it would have been better, like...
I mean, I wouldn't want to hold my breath for that long, but it'll be here before we know it.
And I'm kind of worried about Legends of Tomorrow.
Why? I think speaking of great-looking trailers, that looked awesome.
I'm just worried because what we're hearing about DC expecting it to be a monstrous hit because it is an expensive series to produce.
Right. By the way, just to close out a point, guys, the story that we posted last week, the end of last week, about the Supergirl Flash crossover, it was a possibility at that time, and then immediately on Monday, Berlanti shot it down. According to him, according to what was published in the press, Berlanti said no, it was not on the table. They wound up securing Supergirl for another 7 episodes, not the full back 9, only 7. It was supposed to go 22 episodes, only going 20. Mm-hmm. Now that's something to keep in mind. But he said that it'll still be on the table. It's a possibility since he is the producer of all of the shows. But as of now, basically he made it sound like they don't need to do it. They don't need to rush it. From what I'm led to understand, Berlanti really wants the crossover to happen because it could only benefit both shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, we're hearing that Supergirl is getting a little expensive for a small company like CBS, for a small television studio to uphold.
For a television show, period.
Right.
Yeah.
So
at least compared to the ratings.
Right. Flash's ratings are astronomical, which is why they can afford the special effects that they do. Now, this also brings to mind Legends of Tomorrow, which is going to be very CGI heavy, and they need this to draw in Flash numbers or better in order to sustain it. Now, they've already got plans for a second season, but that doesn't mean it's concrete if it doesn't do good come January.
The first season isn't concrete unless it does well.
Right. So let's hope.
Constantine.
Well, Constantine was also on a fucking network that didn't care about it. And at a time slot that proved the network didn't care about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the thought for you, actually. Do you possibly think that Berlanti is, I'm not going to use the word sabotage, but is driving Supergirl away from CBS to bring it somehow to CW?
No, he wouldn't do that.
You don't think so?
He has a reputation.
A larger budget for the show? An easier crossover?
I don't think Flash has a larger budget. I think actually Supergirl does. But it's just, he wouldn't do that. He can't. I mean, he's not.
I'm not saying he's got it in writing that he's doing it. I'm speculating.
No, I don't think he's doing that.
Okay.
I think if anything, it's the upper brass. Because unlike Kevin Feige, who has more power / influence at Marvel, he doesn't, not yet. So I think he's just being held back by the stooges at fucking DC.
Okay. Well, let's hope that they, give him a little bit more free range to do what he wants, because Berlanti seems like he's got a lot of great ideas, and at this point, it's just a monetary issue that's stopping him. So, guys, the thing you can do is get out there and watch the shit out of Legends of Tomorrow, and even watch Supergirl. I think it's a great show. I admit the special effects can be a little hokey, but
Supergirl?
she's just adorable.
She's adorable. Thor NYC says Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the best, and we'll get to that in a minute. Fanboy mentioned Arrow is too freaking serious.
Still. It's still very
getting
serious.
on my nerves. His character's getting on my nerves. He's too sulky. He's too bitter.
He is very sulky.
And if he fucks up this relationship with Felicity, who's, I think, a fine piece of ass, I would be so pissed. For a fucking kid and a baby mama who says, yo, you don't have to be in his life. Take it, nigga, and run. No, I want to be in his life.
I want to play superheroes.
He doesn't want to even play with your action figure, motherfucker.
Wants to play with mommy's action figure.
I was talking about the kid.
I'm just saying.
All right, that's yeah. I do think they need to tone that shit down. I do like the League of Assassins showing up.
That was cool.
That was nice. He's too serious. His whole baby thing could get annoying, and
I like the dude playing Vandal Savage. He's
good.
He was charismatic. He was evil, and at the same time, like he really just kind of vibes that whole douchebaggery
thing. But they
thing.
changed his origin.
Yes, they did.
Like they shortened his lifespan. Like
yes, they did by about 46,000 years, by my count.
So I mean, they still kept the kind of meteor vibe to it.
The meteor was still there.
But
you got that annoyed me actually. Mm-hmm. I would have rathered him be even older than that.
Yeah. But yeah.
It is what it is. If you guys don't know, Vandal Savage was a caveman who was exposed to some sort of weird radioactive meteorite and gained immortality and superpowers.
Yeah. He's badass.
Yeah. Total badass. So we'll see what happens. They will bring him back for Legends of Tomorrow. He is the main villain in that. So, and they're basically joining Rip Hunter and chasing him through time.
Does Arrow Kid die? His grave he at.
Oh, you think they'd have the balls to kill the kid?
I would love for them to have the balls and kill a kid.
I always applaud any TV show or movie that kills a kid. Because, no, I mean, really, like, I realize that makes me sound like a psychopath, but, like, every time I watch a horror movie and some little kid dies, I'm like, good for you.
No, because the first thing he'll do is drag that kid into the Lazarus pit, which is what New Race is going to do. I refuse to go to Raj. New Race.
Not for nothing, Star Wars, when Anakin walked into the room with all the little younglings and he just put out the fucking lightsaber, I was like, oh, he's going to cut all of them. He's going to kill them all.
Yeah. Of course, they wouldn't show it.
No, they wouldn't show it, but I mean, even implied.
It was implied, and then, like, Yoda, since he felt
yeah.
And I was like...
Did you ever see that meme where Ben Kenobi's giving Luke Skywalker the light, saying, this is your father's lightsaber. He killed 30 children with it. Have fun.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
No, it's...
Doesn't matter how many, like, you can kill fucking old people, little kids, whatever. As long as the dog stays alive, everything's okay.
Yeah, you don't want PETA and
NBC
after you.
I draw Independence Day as the example. Thousands upon thousands of people are being incinerated in the tunnel, but who didn't cheer when the dog made it through the door?
Everybody loved it.
Everybody.
The dog
Guilty as charged.
And the stripper.
Dog and the stripper. What more do you need out of life? Nothing. Nothing. Pizza.
Condoms for the stripper. She's a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess we could talk about Book of the Week now.
Are we done with shows?
I think we didn't talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but nothing really happened on AOS yet.
No, not anything big.
The mid-season finale is next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm going to tell you for this past week is Phil Coulson. We knew Phil was badass, but imagine how badass he is when he's pissed off.
Imagine War Boys as Jedi. Live, die, live again.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Magic War Boys?
I don't know.
Oh wait, was that a Mad Max thing?
Ward is fucking gangster.
Ward is gangster.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Apparently, and I didn't catch this reference, but during one of the bar scenes, when they're talking in the bar, the name of the bar is the Half Moon.
No, the bar that Rosalind goes to a lot is that, and
Is the Half
the
Moon.
matches he had, Coulson had to light the candles and shit. It had a half moon on it.
Ah. Basically, the idea is somehow in many different, very, very subtle, shadowy ways, AOS is hinting toward Moon Knight.
Yes.
We don't know who is going to be Moon Knight, but we'll see.
And we told you that's what's going to happen next for the next 4 Netflix guys. Punisher's going to get his own show, Moon Knight, Deathlock, and Spider-Woman.
Cloak and Dagger.
Was it Cloak and Dagger?
Spider-Woman is going to appear on the next season of Jessica Jones.
Oh, wow.
Cloak and Dagger's coming, though.
Okay.
So let's talk about last week's book of the week at this point. Now, I only got to read the Marvel books, so this one's on you. Which one did you say? Jacked?
From Vertigo.
Yeah. Why is Homeboy on the cover with like no shirt and a briefcase? Is his shirt in the briefcase?
No, this is why he is. He's a regular, average Joe. And it's funny because he has acid
While you're talking, I'll manage the Periscope.
He has acid reflux, and that reminded me of
Hey!
you. Yeah. He has a bad back.
I used to be
He
jacked.
has hemorrhoids.
Then I discovered food.
No, this is the thing.
I used to have abs, folks. Now I got a keg.
He's older, and he
6-pack to a keg.
he refers to shit like that. Like, my life used to be this. Me and my wife used to go fucking, make out porn and all this other stuff. But...
Freddie, have a good one, brother. See you.
But, he got older and sex is horrible. He lost his job and so on and so forth. So his brother, the dentist, tell him, hey, look, there's this drug. It'll help you feel better. Okay. He makes fun of his brother for being a dentist because he's not a real doctor. He gets this drug who gives him like crazy superpowers, but it's crazy addictive. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole thing of it. He has powers. He has a way of making his life better and having his son look at him like my dad is awesome.
So it's kind of like a limitless type of drug,
Yeah.
but it's called jacked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's just that's the name of the show.
Oh.
But it's going to be crazy addictive.
Okay. Would you take a drug like that if it fucking came out?
Nah.
I would. I would take that limitless shit. I've seen it.
Limitless, yes.
They have like some sort of crazy drug like that, but I mean, it's probably like extends like, dick pills. It doesn't work.
I don't want to know what.
I'm just saying, big dick pills cannot work. They can't. You would know if they worked. It wouldn't be like some crazy, creepy secret in the back of some porno magazine.
No, everybody would declare it from the mountaintop.
Yeah.
It works, yeah.
You would know if big dick pills work. Men would be walking around with their dicks in shopping carts if big dick pills worked.
BDP, big dick pills.
Just saying.
So that's what first he said they did, they do, and then he went back.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't. It does the reverse. It just curls it in like a little turtle.
It's a company that went out of business. Tiny
Fanboy wanted to know, are we keeping up with Paper Girls?
I
think issue 3 came out this week.
Issue 3 came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read them. I got 2 and 3 to read.
I think I actually read issue 2. I haven't read issue 3 yet, but ever since you said it was good, I started reading it.
It is.
And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. And again, it's just the big two are just failing us.
They really are. We'll talk a little bit more about Marvel and DC later. A couple of surprises, though, this week for me, at the very least. But let's go to Book of the Week for this week.
Mystery Girl.
Okay.
It was very interesting from Dark Horse.
Well, Dark Horse usually is. It's very rare that Dark Horse gives us shit.
All right, so this is this chick, and she's out the street, and she has a carpet set up, a nice area rug, a sign, and she solves mysteries, no questions asked. The thing is, you can't ask her questions. Like, she'll come up to you, shake your hand, hey, how you doing? It's underneath the car. You didn't even tell her the problem yet. She will tell you the exact solution,
Okay, that's cool.
but you can't ask her about herself.
Uh-huh.
Because she doesn't talk, because she doesn't know. She knows all this shit, but
she's like amnesic or something?
She doesn't know how she got the powers or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
And then this is also follows where she's going to Siberia to follow some mammoths and stuff like that, and it kind of sounds kind of trippy, doesn't it? But it's just more the mystery that follows, so she wants to follow it too.
So there's not like some bad guy from her shady past that comes out of nowhere.
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure they will.
It's gonna happen, but
it's gonna happen.
hasn't shown up yet. Yeah. Let's say. All right, it sounds like a cool book.
Yeah. Drawn well, very well. Yeah.
Awesome.
I like that.
Speaking of Dark Horse, want to give a big old thanks to Michael Melendez, who hooked us up with an email and
my God,
encouraged us to read the Witcher novels for a deeper understanding of the character Geralt, who is the. We just posted a review of the Witcher series from Dark Horse. It's 2 different comic series. I forget what the title of the first one was. The second was Fox Children. They were both absolutely worth your time. 2 newest additions to the PB Top Picks hashtag, which if you go there, you'll find only about 10 or 12 books that are absolutely must-reads for all of you guys.
Recent stuff, too. Not like must-read, okay, watch.
From 1964. These are pretty new stuff. For the most part, you can get trade paperbacks. Usually, we wait to post the trade paperback.
Yeah.
I don't think The Witcher Part 2 is going to be out at the end of this month.
Okay.
Part 2's not out yet.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Big Man Plans just came out, which was possibly the craziest book of the year.
It is.
That might be book of the year for me. Like, really.
I can go with that.
Yeah. I think that if we do like a Pete's Basement, the Year in Review 2015 award show, which we've always kind of planned to do but never got around to, that would definitely win something. Yeah. So, like at least a little award. So speaking of awards, also, Arthur Lutz, that's Lootz. I don't think that's your real name, sir. Arthur Lutz hit us up. He wrote back for the Dog Snot contest. He was the first one. The quote was, "This community means about as much to me as a festering bowl of dog snot." It was, in fact, from Weird Al from his cult classic UHF, which also taught you how to make plutonium out of common household items. Awesome, Arthur. Fucking awesome. Also, favorite toy from the 80s, he said, was Transformer race cars and those Thundercats stickers that were just plastic and stuck to another plastic surface by friction. And nobody paid me to say this, but Punisher is awesome. Happy Thanksgiving and Christmas. Pete for president of Marvel.
Okay, I'm glad you added for Marvel.
You wouldn't vote for me?
Nope. Fuck no.
Why not?
Oh my God, no.
I would at least make you like Secretary of the State or something, like, Treasury or whatever. I wonder if we have like Secretary of the Interior of the Vag, perhaps.
I cannot be Secretary of State because I can't travel the world just, trying to make nice with people because that'll just piss me the fuck off. And you can't trust me with the Treasury.
Fair enough. You are Puerto Rican after all.
Yes. I'll go screw
Ramon, where did those diamond-encrusted knives come from? I just found them.
They're a gift. My cousin.
From who? From the taxpayers. Arthur Lutz, send us your address, brother. We are going to send you a Weird Al photo and a free comic book. The comic book to be decided pretty much spur of the moment by me, probably next time I'm at the shop. So
sweet.
Yeah. But Pete would release like 25 Spidey books per week if he was president. Dude, I would just release one good Spidey book. One really good Spidey book. You would see memes of me kicking Dan Slott in the shins. Like, it would happen. Eh? No, it's Sinestro, just one good one. Exactly. All right, so let's go back to last week real quick.
Go down the list.
Let's go down the list. But no, first let's talk about Dark Knight 3. I didn't read this. I did not. What did you think of it? That good, huh?
Yeah, it's more the same.
So it's pretty much just another story of the Batman after he's retired twice by now.
Okay, it's over a week, so it's not even a spoiler alert.
So no cheese?
No cheese.
Okay.
It's a week. If you haven't read last week's, spoiler alert.
Just in case anybody's watching from across the pond?
It's not Bruce Wayne.
What?
If I remember correctly, that's his Robin. She's in the Batman suit.
She's a girl.
Yeah.
That's a Batman suit.
Yeah.
That's a Batman suit.
Don't matter.
Uh-huh.
And the commissioner takes him down. Carrie Kelly, thank you, Relic Lord. And that's it. I mean, I didn't want more of the same. Maybe that's why I don't care for it that much.
Where is Bruce? Is he dead?
He's dead.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead,
So
Jim.
far.
Dead, Jim. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead. So I'm done.
So again, why did this shit come out on Thanksgiving week?
Seriously, yo, they dropped a lot of books on Thanksgiving. They never do that to us.
Stop doing this shit. The holidays, leave the fuck alone.
Yeah, it's not
2
fair,
to 3
guys.
books, that's it.
People are trying to make honest to God podcasts, and we can't do that when you drop mad books during the holidays.
And I don't know. The backstory with Superman's daughter.
Superman's daughter.
Yeah. Superman has a daughter has 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
With Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh.
The boy's a baby.
Uh-huh.
And at one point, you see Wonder Woman breastfeeding.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah, it happens. She pulls out the tit after beating a Minotaur because he has a baby to the back.
Is there a nipple there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
She pulls it out, starts feeding the baby. Little Jonathan.
How's the artwork? So it's like,
It's not.
it's definitely not Wonder Woman tit worthy.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not Frank Miller's
I hate
crappy
Frank
art.
Miller's style.
Yeah, Frank Miller.
I like his writing. I despise his art style.
That's kind of how I feel about Romita.
I don't blame you.
They belong in a different time.
They belong on certain books. I'm just going to say Frank Miller should never pick up a fucking inking pen, period. But JRJR can do larger characters. Thor, the Hulk, Juggernaut, not Spidey.
Not Thor either, but whatever.
Well, you
not
have
Superman.
a personal... Certainly not, clearly not Superman. He's got that face.
Good night, Jarek. So, anyways,
Did you catch all of that? Should I do it again?
Superman's in his fortress, completely frozen over.
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
And she grabs a little bottle of City of Candor and takes it to the Atom. Because if anybody can help little people, it's the Atom.
Right.
And that's, well, yeah.
Now, this is going to be 8 issues.
8?
Yeah, bro.
Know that.
Yeah, dude. 8.
Not know that.
And that shit was like, what, 60 pages or some shit?
Yeah, but it had just as many variant covers, too.
No, they had like 20 variant covers.
Oh,
not for
Art
nothing.
Germ did a variant cover for it.
Really?
Yes, it's pretty. It's so fucking pretty.
Damn.
Oh, you bastards.
All right. Hopefully we find that one, and I'm popping it up right now. But just in case we can't.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's Googleable. Bastard, you're a bad influence.
Yeah, I know. So, Action Labs Tomboy.
Okay, so this girl's like, hey, on my birthday, so I'm getting ready to go have a birthday party afterwards. And,
Was she crying?
no.
Because it's her birthday.
So she goes
It's her
to school,
party.
and she hasn't heard from her best friend. She's calling him a meathead and all this stuff. And you know, she's interacting with her father, who's a medical examiner, and her grandfather, who's a grumpy old man. Goes to school. She still hasn't heard from him. Talk with friends. She goes. Father gets a phone call. Has to leave during breakfast.
Uh-huh.
Her best friend is dead.
Oh.
Like, thrown off a fucking bridge after he was shot dead. His father was a snitch, but a good snitch. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
snitches get stitches.
The good snitch, the corporate kind of snitching.
Uh-huh.
And
Sorry.
knocked out my water.
Don't fart. Whatever you do, don't fart.
And well, he got killed by cops.
Ah.
And it ends up where she's on a train, traumatic, because it turns out this boy wasn't just a best friend; it was her boyfriend, and they kind of had relations.
Uh-huh.
And she's into like.
So he wasn't trapped in the friend zone.
No.
Good for you, dude.
Good. He escaped the friend zone. So she's into anime and all this other stuff, and she's wearing her anime mask because that school was dress up day, I guess. It was Halloween. And the 2 cops are there, and you know, most people in the train zone out with their earphones. They think she's doing that, but she's not. She's just traveling on the train because she's freaking out. Turns out they're the ones that killed him for corrupted cops. And she transformed into, I don't know what, they haven't revealed it yet, but they're dead. and she ends up like at her home, and her grandpa opens the door, who's a grumpy old man, and he sees her covered in blood.
Ooh.
But he's kind of old school, so I think he's gonna cover for her.
How's the artwork?
Good, very good.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Action Lab has been
Stepping up.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Good shit, man. All right, so Dark Horse's Hellboy and the BPRD has been just a interesting series that's been going on. The last one was 1952, where they were investigating some crazy Nazi scientist who was, at this point, not but a head in a jar, and he was making, like, cyber monkeys.
That was like a 3-part.
3 or 4
issues, yeah, and that was great.
Yeah, and now we're doing 1953. This is the second one-shot.
This is the second one-shot with 2 little stories in it.
Uh-huh.
And it's really good shit. Really good, sweet. If you're into, like, folklores and fairy tales and crazy shit.
And the best part about these series, the BPRD series, is it shows a very young, inexperienced Hellboy who's just kind of starting to work at the Bureau, and he's all very eager and very zealous to impress his father, the priest, who... So it's really cool to see him make mistakes and stuff, and to kind of just go off half-cocked, even more so than you're normally used to Hellboy doing.
Yeah.
These are great
with
series.
Knowledge, and then there's half-cocked like here, where
he's just
shit.
a stupid kid.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
And I hope they continue to do more of these. I would like to see one maybe every 2 months or so.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Give them time to write it, draw it, get it out. 2 months, Dark Horse, that's your limit. Then I start to get a little antsy.
Just a little bit.
Itty Bitty Hellboy, The Search for the Were-Jaguar. It's just cute.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a cute book for your kids if you want to introduce them to, like,
It's like Dark
monsters.
Horse's version of Scotty Young.
Yes.
Kind of
That's exactly
chibi
it.
Hellboy.
Exactly it.
And, it's not just for kids because big dummies like us sat back and enjoyed the shit out of it too.
I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
Didn't read it.
Oh, it was awesome.
I don't know. Not my thing.
You like the Scotty Young shit.
How many... Oh, Scotty Young is totally different.
By the way, did you notice did you catch the title for I Hate Fairyland issue 2?
I didn't read it yet.
It's Fuck Fairyland. Written just blatantly on the cover. Fuck Fairyland.
Okay, now
Number 2.
I gotta read it today now.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Transformers, Sins of the Wreckers. Now, if you guys don't know, the Wreckers were the junk guys, I believe. Those were the Junkions from...
No.
No?
No.
Who are the Wreckers then?
Wreckers was the big tough guys that kicked ass and, just... They were brutal.
Then I'm thinking of the wrong characters.
All the issues have a Fuck Fairyland variant.
Oh. I didn't know that. Good to know. Okay. So who are the Wreckers then?
Just a specific group.
Are there toys of them?
Probably. Specific group.
Sinestro! That question was really for you. Are there toys of the Wreckers?
They're a specific group of Autobots that fought during the war and did the dirty work, if you will. They took no name. They just kick ass. He says yes.
All right.
And, this is just shit. It's not jump-on friendly because, again, this is involving the politics of New Cybertron.
Right.
The weird piece with whatchamacallit. Oh, wait. Major Reaction says yes also.
Cool.
I'm like, wait, what? All right. It was, a lot was over me. And it was
a lot of the new Transformer stuff is it's not really so jump on friendly.
It was good, but I don't think I want to bother. I think I'm done with Transformers.
Really?
Maybe one shots here and there. Or maybe I should start picking up trades, but I don't think I have times for trades with the new book Michael told us about. Because I really want to get into The Witcher now.
There's a great giant-size X-Men variant for the Wreckers.
Everybody's done that fucking variant. You need to stop that shit already.
You're very bitter.
Should the Transformers properties go back to animation?
Yeah, I'd love to see them back to animation.
Wait, which kind? 2D or 3D? Because the last 3D shit they did was... I liked it.
I guess if it's 3D done right, I'm okay with it. Just don't be sloppy. At this point, you can do 3D cartoons on a TV show and get away with it.
Yeah, I would like to see certain cartoons come back, period.
Jupiter's Circle.
Jupiter Circle Volume 2.
Right, Volume 2.
This is just saying stories of the family.
This is continuing the shit from last time where The first time we were looking at the family.
And the kids and shit.
Right.
And then there was the other one that came out, which was like a weird prequel. Mm-hmm. This is somewhere in between.
Okay.
They have their powers, and they're just growing up and doing their thing.
So pretty much, if you didn't read the other 2 series, don't bother with this.
You can kind of follow it, but you know you're missing something.
Right.
Because they kind of just, there's a vibe to it that says there's more to it.
Would you recommend like investing in the whole series? I know you've read it, pretty much all of it.
It's a good little series, especially in trade. If you want to get it in trade, when it's all complete. Waiting for it every fucking month is just, yeah.
Now, before we go into Marvel, let me just ask: did you read the last issue of Witchblade?
No.
Did you drop off Witchblade or?
I just haven't caught up. I'm like 5 or 6 issues behind on Witchblade.
Okay.
I know it ended. I'm pretty sure it's gonna restart again, but something kind of different.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked how they reprinted the original Michael Turner cover.
Yes.
For 185. That was nice. Yeah.
It
was a nice bookmark.
Yeah.
I picked that up to kind of go with my issue 1. I've got like the first maybe 12 or so issues of that.
His shit was awesome on that.
Shit was off the hook.
It was just forget about it.
Venom, Space Knight.
Yeah, no. First
Now,
of all, I'm not a fan of Olivetti's art.
Really?
No.
I actually thought that his art was what saved it for me.
There's not enough fluidity in him.
Okay.
So it's kind of like
it's
patchwork,
pretty but
patch.
stiff.
Yes, it is pretty. It's
very colorful.
It's ugly. He's not Liefeld, whatever. But
now I'm not familiar with I'm not up on Guardians of the Galaxy from the last series, so I was not aware. But this book caught me up pretty good. That the symbiote was like purged of all of its evil and everything, and now it's like a good guy basically, and he's kind of like a Green Lantern almost. He's a space knight. He's a space cop.
But don't we kind of have that with Novas?
We kind of do. But I mean, I guess we could have another set of law enforcement. I'm okay with that.
And except he doesn't know who these people are.
Yeah, but I didn't like that in the dialogue. Like, why you got to go around and ask everybody, including the criminals, so, like, what's my job title?
How about Space Knight, Moon Knight?
I don't think so. Moon Knight's a very terrestrial character.
Yeah. He needs a moon.
Yeah. I don't... I like the idea of Venom in space. You know, like
it makes sense.
It is an alien symbiote. It was a grounded Spider-Man villain for so long that you forget that it's a fucking alien.
It started in Secret Wars, the first one.
Yeah. So I'm generally okay with this. I had fun with the book. I'll probably give it my rule of 3 at this point and see.
Agree with that.
Silk issue 1. You know what my biggest problem with this was?
What?
Now she's in her 20s.
Okay, I think we have the same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
drawn like she's a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, so Spider-Man has sex with a little girl.
That's what it looked like.
And it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like she's some kind of bubblegum intern at the Bugle, and what the fuck?
Right. She's talking like an adult, but she's not drawn that way.
I mean...
And they drew Mockingbird perfectly fine. Mockingbird looked like a woman.
Yeah. I wanted her to be a bit more sultry.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't get that.
With, she was like all sexed up when she was around Peter Parker, and like they couldn't keep their hands off each other. That's kind of the vibe I was expecting here.
Yeah.
And constantly I'm looking at this, I'm like, they Batgirled her. But they didn't. Like Batgirl, they made her younger. Like she's acting kind of teenagery
she's
and
in college
silly.
And shit, yeah.
But Silk they make reference that she's got to get up for work. She's definitely not a kid, but she's not drawn.
Yeah.
She's drawn like a 15-year-old girl. That needs to improve.
I agree.
I didn't hate the series.
No, it's not hateable. It's interesting.
If you're a girl and you want to read comics, I think this is great.
Yeah.
I like how they're pushing Black Cat as like kind of the new Kingpin.
Yeah.
I'm
cool with that.
Yeah.
Even though Batman.
And she's kind of playing like the triple agent thing, where she's a good guy, she's a bad guy, good guy, bad guy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
It was just that we have the same problem with it.
Yeah.
They need to tweak that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying make her like a big sex pot, old school Spider Woman type of vibe.
But you're drawing her way too young looking.
Yeah.
Let's bump the tits up a little bit. Not just because Ramon and I like tits, but because we don't like to think of our hero Spider-Man as fucking teenage girls.
We were introduced to her as
hotness.
A hot young woman.
Presumably
who was like
Asian girl.
all horny all over Spider-Man.
Precisely.
And what the fuck? You just took all that away from her.
Yep. She just like pretty much embodied the like every Asian porn star we've ever seen. Just and Spider-Man.
Pedo Spidey. Ew.
Pedo Spidey. So here was a funny one that no one demanded. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
I was looking forward to this.
I think anything with Devil Dinosaur is going to be fun.
Because my first thing was, I heard from the solicitations I read, she's a super smart girl who finds out she has the Inhuman gene inside of her and she's trying to avoid a Terrigen Mist.
Yeah. We kind of led to figure that out on our own, that she's sitting there studying the Inhumans and she's talking about like this thing inside of me. If I change, I won't even be human anymore. I have to stop it. So she's trying to avoid this at all costs.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But then they added this whole weird time portal, and you know how I feel about time traveling.
I know.
And then I would have liked her for just to run away to the
Savage Land?
Yes. And then just run into him. That would have made more sense. This whole time travel shit and the killer clan, a tribe or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the killer folk. I found it funny that back in the 70s, there was a book called Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur. That was the name of the title.
They killed him.
They killed him.
How
the fuck are you gonna kill Moon Boy, man?
He had it coming.
That shit is crazy. And they call her Moon Girl because she had a like we said, she's super smart. She got a picture of a moon on her shirt. And I like the fact that like she addresses like the bullying in the school. Like that's not even funny. What the fuck? What are you laughing at? You guys are idiots.
Yeah.
And she's very alienated by the fact that she's smart. She's also a bit of a stuck-up bitch.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. She kind of deserved to get hit in the head with a dodgeball. You could at least be more personable. I know a lot of people who are not nearly as smart as I am. I'm brilliant. It's a burden. I get it. But I'm nice to everyone, including the stupid people.
I don't want to say to that.
Just saying. So that about does it for last week's books. Let's pause and go over to questions. Let's do that. So, Josh Krieg said, what are some of the better omnibuses or trades out there? I want to get some new shelves and trying to fill them up with some good suggestions. Good recommendations, rather.
Invincible.
Okay.
Walking Dead.
All right.
Shit.
Here's one that has not made it up to the PV top picks yet, and that is through no fault of its own. It's really just me. The Sword.
The Sword.
The Luna Brothers, The Sword.
The Luna Brother books.
Pretty much anything by a Luna Brother, get.
Bone.
The Sword, there's Girls, Ultra.
Ultra, yeah. Something else, but I'm missing it.
There's a couple of others.
Bone.
Bone, the original little guy, the little blue guy? The little white dude with the looks like Snoopy?
It's like this fucking thick. I shit you not.
There's a lot of Bone stuff.
It is.
Chew is Off the Hook. Those are collected in various graphic novels and also big hardcovers. If you're looking for like some classic stuff.
Oh, I don't know if it's available in Omnibus, but Why the Last Man? To read that in like one complete, not waiting for next month.
Right.
I have not finished reading. No, I never read Sweet Tooth. Also, that show. Preacher. Yeah, Preacher's
great.
Yeah, you're gonna go to like. Yeah, definitely Preacher.
I would go and invest the money in the Ultimate Edition of Watchmen. It's like an 11 by 17 book. Yeah. That's a pretty one.
Also, Hush.
Hush is good. Atlantis Attacks, I'll highly recommend to you. They have a nice omnibus of that. I just recently bought that. What else do I got up there that I can turn around and recommend to you? Any of the Udon Street Fighters, if you're into that stuff.
MLP. What's MLP?
Major League Pussy?
El Sinestro. My Little Ponies. El Sinestro. Really?
Are you a brony, bro? Yo, why don't you go and get yourself the Marvel Masterworks, man, and go read yourself some old-fashioned Stan Lee 1960s shit. Like, that's what I did when I was a kid. My grandmother bought me the first two Spider-Man books and the Fantastic Four, and those were absolutely fantastic. Some of them are hard to find these days, but
Jenkins says Chun-Li is sexiest female in video games.
Mai Shiranui, bro.
What?
Mai Shiranui. Google her.
I can't. I'm on.
Oh, you are, aren't you? And closing out that with Ramon, for some reason, doesn't agree because he's a heathen bastard. But Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. The
How many
hardcover.
issues was there?
8, I think. Pretty sure. NVME24 wanted to know, what are our opinions on Ninja Turtle Doomsday?
That's how he looks. He looks like a fucking troll. It's just, I don't like it. They should have just made him Doomsday like the comic books.
I don't see what would have been so hard as to make a couple more bone protrusions from Fatal Fury, my Shiranui. Of the Shiranui Ninja
Jenkins
School.
says she's a bootleg Chun-Li.
Nah.
Is this how she looks in the game, though?
Yeah. They actually do separate animation for her tits to bounce.
Of course they do. You think he will evolve Doomsday or Eisenberg? Who wore it worse? Oh, shit.
Eisenberg, without
Eisenberg.
question. Without any
I agree,
question.
Jenkins. They should have gone Doomsday all the way. I mean, if it ain't broken, why fix it? And Doomsday is like a badass looking villain.
Relic Lord actually answered Josh about the collected editions.
Yeah, he mentions a couple of good
Batman The Long Halloween is possibly one of the greatest Batman compilations you could ever read. That is so good. And it's basically like a murder takes place on every holiday throughout the year. It's so good. The Kingdom Come, Ultimate Kingdom Come, the collected edition, that's also good. Relic Lord, Unicron and Galactus act as each other's heralds and guard the other while they eat. Also versus the Transformers and the FF, go. Unicron and Galactus would never manage to work together. I think their egos are entirely too high.
I agree. Also, Unicron I consider evil.
Okay.
I don't consider
Galactus is
evil.
a force of nature.
Yeah.
All right. Galactus does what he has to do to eat. Then again, I mean, the same could be said of Unicron as well.
It can be said, but he's never portrayed that way.
Right. Also, Galactus has a purpose, which you find out in Earth X, which is also a great
Somebody mentioned that. El
series.
Sebastian mentioned
Yeah.
that. It's a great. The first one is good. They of course.
The sequels were garbage.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're fucking garbage.
In Earth X, you find out that Galactus only ate planets with a celestial seed. So he was kind of like the population control for the Celestials to make sure that they did not get too powerful. So he basically ate their kids. That's disturbing.
You like that? You like baby killing.
I know, I do like baby killing.
Earth X was my.
I also enjoy
reintroduction to
eating
comics.
babies because babies taste like chicken.
The other way.
Do you think if they say, like cannibals will say humans taste like chicken, do you think babies taste like eggs?
Oh my god.
Like scrambled eggs?
Oh my. What? Next question.
Okay. Related to last show's discussion about Spider-Woman and her pregnancy, since AIM, I think it was AIM, created Spider-Woman and her abilities, perhaps they also inserted a genetic trigger that would cause her to become pregnant. Far-fetched, I know. What do you guys think? I mean, they haven't mentioned any sort of one-night stand.
Baby tastes like veal. Oh man, that's
I like
special.
veal. I do.
I do too.
Thoughts on... Oh, this is from Darth Myers. Thoughts on Fish referenced in Vertigo's new title, Jacked. As a fan, 121 shows, thank you, sir. It was awesome, and the art that went along with it brings it full circle.
Jacked was good. The art was good, and the Fish reference where he just talks shit about Fish.
Fish, the band?
He said he went to the concert. He said pretty much like.
I know people that like travel with Fish like religiously, like wherever they are within driving distance on the East Coast, they will go see them. One of the dudes, this guy Mike in my father's band, Mike, will like go to like Massachusetts, Philadelphia, wherever to see them. My buddy Andrew Molinari, who's another big comic book fan, big Silver and Golden Age fan, loves Fish, loves them.
Shit, I didn't see the last question about Paul Walker.
MSG, now this part of the question I don't understand, Darth. MSG New Year's run looms, Wolfman's brother got nards. I'm assuming Fish is playing at MSG on New Year's. I just found out that Jimmy Buffett and Huey Lewis are playing at the Barclays Center on New Year's, and I believe it's K-Rock that's doing a contest for tickets. I'm very torn, because I really like Jimmy Buffett, and I like Huey Lewis, and I would love to see them at the Barclays Center, which I have not been to yet, where at the same time, I hate going out on New Year's. New Year's is like fucking amateur hour.
Did you know Paul Walker had dandruff? They found his head and shoulders in the glove compartment.
Oh no! Who the fuck was that?
Jenkins.
Damn, bro. Damn. All right, that's got to cap it. I don't think we're gonna get worse than that. That's terrible. I'm
Wait.
so stealing that.
So how are you torn?
Because I really want to go to the Buffett concert, but I don't want to go on New Year's because I hate people.
But they're gonna be Buffett fans there.
They're gonna be Buffett fans, yes, but I'm still gonna have to try and get home from the concert on New Year's. Try and catch a cab.
No, take the G train.
Try and catch a train on New Year's. Try.
Okay.
I've never tried. All right, so let's just cut to the chase then. What's this Action Lab Bigfoot Sword of the Earthmen?
It's just John Carter said replace him with Bigfoot. And
Okay.
he doesn't talk.
Is he on Earth though?
No, he's on Mars.
Okay.
They
Really?
needed a warrior. They got him.
And what's going on Mars? Like, do they have like green men with 4 arms or Harley's Little Black Book?
Garbage.
Like,
Garbage. I flipped through it. It's just another book of Harley, and it's a waste of time. She teams up with fucking Wonder Woman. She's a fan. She fangirls on her ass. It's just fucking
that
waste.
sounds cute.
No,
It's funny when you grumble.
it's Harley's book in a different book with, I guess, guest appearances.
They're trying to really make her Deadpool, aren't they?
Yes.
They're trying to make her a female Deadpool.
Yes, and it sucks. The best thing about this was Scott Campbell's cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Scott Campbell, actually, if you follow him on Instagram, he's got, he'll usually advertise the variant covers, and then you can go on the website and order them for, like, not cover, like, not eBay price, basically. Because you get assholes that order them on eBay, and then they try to sell them for like $10, $20 more.
I love his website.
Yeah, it's very nice.
The prints you could buy, the calendars, most of them always signed.
Yeah, he's a great artist. He's a nice guy. I just wish,
did
and
a
I've
book.
told him to his face, like, dude, I wish you would do more stuff.
Punch you in the face.
He did punch me in the face. He was a real good sport about it too.
Find that video on YouTube.
No, that was just a still photo.
Oh no.
No, it was.
What the fuck?
No, it was just a photo. He didn't really feel comfortable literally punching me in the face, so we had to kind of stage it.
That
But
makes sense.
maybe if I kick him next time we're at Comic-Con, I'll kick his table over.
Jay, if you're watching, what will it take?
What's it gonna take, dude? All right. I have to mentally prepare for this question. Robin War.
All right, this We Are Robin, where like the kids in Gotham like have a gang of Robins. Well, one of them tries to stop a bank, grocery store robbery, a liquor store robbery,
Sure.
and it goes awry, and the cop shows up, and the cop and the criminal kill each other.
Uh-huh.
So, lo and behold, all of a sudden, it's illegal to be Robin.
Okay.
Period.
It's not illegal to be Batman, though.
No.
Because Batman's
No,
cop.
I mean, technically it is.
Come on,
It
your
is
fucking
vigilante.
phone's too goddamn small.
Small.
Thin.
So, anyways,
Needs more girth. Length doesn't fucking matter.
oh my god. So, this,
Think about it. When you get a Q-tip in your ear, do you just fucking jam it all the way into it, hits your brain? No, you swirl that motherfucker around so it hits the sides.
ew. Okay, ew.
Ear
Sounds
dildos.
like a personal problem.
Yeah, it does.
Ear dildos.
So
She said Bungholio.
it's illegal to be Robin.
Okay.
So Robin, of course, gets involved because we all love him.
Yep.
And of
Tim
course,
Drake Robin.
So does Jason. And no, Robin. Your homie Robin,
Oh, my homie Robin? Dick Grayson?
Damien.
Oh.
Yes.
That
And, I mean,
douche.
Jason, Dick, and Tim show up. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. But it turns out the reason why all this happened and set up and the law went past by is because Court of Owls, I guess they're after Nightwing or Dick Grayson because he was supposed to be a Talon.
All right.
Most people forget that.
Yep.
But yeah. So it's Court of Owls versus Robins.
Okay.
That's in a nutshell.
So, is it the gang of Robins, or is it, it's just the 4 of them and Damien?
It's the 4 of them includes Damien.
I'm sorry, I lost count.
And it should involve the gang also.
Okay. Somebody just asked, I missed who it was, said, who was the best Robin? I'm giving that to Tim Drake, hands
Tim Drake,
down.
Yeah.
All right, Sheriff of Babylon. What's that?
It's this guy who's training the police force over in Afghanistan, Iraq, Baghdad, and
It's just all the same spot. Who cares, really? It's all the same shit. America.
And
I mean, really, is anybody watching the Pete's Basement Show from a cave over there?
and bastard.
I have to say something really heinous at least once per episode, because if not, then what would El Sinestro repost?
Right.
And it's just a murder happens over there, and it has to be investigated. And there's intrigue and conspiracies and desert. It's been done before. Yeah.
All right. From Dynamite, Doc Savage, The Spider's Web.
I can't.
Now, I bought this thinking someone should really do more with worldwide events outside. Comics should really do more with worldwide events outside the U.S. What's outside the U.S.? Like the ocean and shit? I bought Doc Savage, The Spider's Web, because I thought he was going to team up with the Spider.
Yes, I did.
And guess what? He don't. He don't. And I just don't like Doc Savage.
I can't fucking stand him either. All this, I'm gonna invent everything because I want to fix the world. Everything always goes back to a previous problem he had in the fucking 30s. Because he invented shit in the 30s that are still relevant and great nowadays.
Huh.
I hate that shit. That's why I can't fucking stand a Black Panther.
Of every cool 1930s character that Dynamite does well, this is the one that they can't seem to make interesting to me.
They can't. Not to me, yeah.
Also from Dynamite, I got this Seduction of the Innocent book. I bought this initially because I thought that it was going to be a comic book adaptation of Frederick Wertham's novel, which to me would have been the best form of justice. Fucking 1945, 1950, just about 60 years later, give or take, a little bit more than 60 years later. It would have been the biggest fuck you. It would have been the equivalent of pissing on this asshole's grave. It is not a comic adaptation of the acclaimed novel. If you've never read that novel, I highly suggest you do.
El Sinestro says, Pete's talking too smart for me.
Sorry, dude.
It's about fucking novels and shit. Look at you. He's smart.
Egghead likes his bookie wook.
In 30 seconds, why is it important?
The novel?
Yeah.
Frederick Wertham's novel is the reason that Golden Age books were burned nationwide back in the late 40s. That's why there are so few Golden Age books around. This child psychologist wrote a novel, wrote a fucking detailing why comic books were bad for kids, because Superman defied the laws of physics, gave kids the wrong idea about science because he could fly. Batman and Robin were clearly homosexual, which obviously was bad. Wonder Woman gave little girls the wrong idea about their place in society because she was not in a kitchen making sandwiches, but instead was out in the man's world fighting crime and dealing with politics and stuff, which was simply not what a woman should have been doing at the time. Remember, when this was written, women did not even have the right to vote. So this guy, although crazy by today's standards, spoke to droves upon droves of people that were who were suddenly out on a witch hunt for comic books. Especially, you'll notice that the font of this comic book is done in the style of Tales from the Crypt and stuff. I don't think any part of this is by accident.
No, it's not.
Because it was basically EC that came under fire first from Wertham. All of the violent covers, especially covers violent toward women and shit, Crime Suspense Stories 22, the most famous one with the head decapitation, things like that, they were burned in giant bonfires, Nazi style. This book is a very bloody, psychotic crime story that also happens to involve Nazis. So go figure. I highly recommend this if you're into crime novels. This is fucking awesome. It was a great book. Go out and get it. From Dynamite. It bears no, only this little thing in the corner it says Dynamite, and if you look at that, what does that look like to you? That looks like the old EC thing. So every part of this screams a big fuck you to Frederick Wertham.
Is he alive?
No, he's not.
So
he is long dead. Let's go piss on his grave. I would do that. I would totally fucking take a big, giant, heaping shit on his grave.
Also, there's selection rant.
Thank you. Thank you. Blackjack Ketchum.
It's a Western.
I love Westerns.
With some, not time traveling, but there's some portals that takes you from different locations.
Like, Portal?
Yeah. Yeah. And,
What does that mean? Not like a
but there's also like this guy, Blackjack Ketchum.
Blackjack Shalak.
Okay, yeah. Well, it turns out they're chasing Joe Ketchum. And he's like, no, it's not me. He says, that's too bad. And the bounty's out and somebody's trying to cash it in. And then there's this weird mystical type of aspect to the people that are in
So it's not just a regular old Western?
No, it's not a regular Western.
I was going to buy this for my old man. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
I'm glad. He'd be like, you fucking marry or some shit and just throw it at you.
Yeah.
I love you, father.
My old man likes Western books. I used to buy in Dynamite's Lone Ranger. And I was going to give him Red Wolf, which we'll talk about in a little while. He would have probably liked that until the last page. Go on.
That's it. It's just whatever. It's a whatever book. I'm shocked by Image.
I'm a little disappointed in the time travel aspect. I would have liked to just see a nice Western book. You know?
Teleporting. Time travel.
Still, you
When
don't
you hate
teleport
time
in the
travel as
old
much
West.
as I do, Loveless was a great Western book.
Ringside.
Ringside, I think that came out last week, but I don't know. It's about an old man trying to do right by something after his career's done.
Oh, he's a wrestler.
Except in this case, he's a wrestler, yes. We've seen these books before.
Sure.
But in this term, it's a wrestler. And they're pretty much giving a big finger to WWE, who is the thing in wrestling.
Right.
Definitely in America. I mean, there's smaller shit, but they don't fucking matter because they don't make the kind of money. So, about how WWE feels, unless you're selling shirts, they're not going to bother with you and stuff like that. So there's a big F you to that. But there's also like a vibe to it. Because those who don't know, Penny and Danny,
Right.
they wrestled.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they did some of the indie circuit stuff, and it was just crazy. They used to work with Danny. He used to come with, like bruises and shit all over his head from the staples and thumbtacks and whatnot. And from what he told me, and this is just it. This book is literally, the book comes to, wrestling comes to life. But it is still, again, just an old man doing what's right.
I kind of like to get Steph and Danny's opinion on this book.
I would love to get his opinion on this book.
Hopefully in a later segment we can get that. All right. Let's get to the books I did manage to read. Yay me. All new Inhumans.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. First of all, how did Gorgon get paralyzed?
I think it was Lash.
Okay.
I think-
I'm behind a little bit on some Inhuman
It
shit.
was a while ago, and the last series, because it was obviously rushed because of Secret Wars.
Right.
Because everything was rushed because of Secret Wars and shrunk to like whatever. I think that's what it was. They kind of did a different storyline.
They make the comparison to Charles Xavier.
Yes.
Because Gorgon is now like the teacher of the new humans, they call them. New
I
humans.
can't stand that shit.
Every part of the Inhumans, they're now the X-Men. So the comparison to Charles Xavier was, I'm not going to say forced, but necessary, I guess. Because Gorgon was really unhappy with the whole having to teach these kids, and he's paralyzed. So he's like, I can't even teach them like well. What am I going to teach them from this chair? And Crystal, who is his cousin, because apparently all the Inhumans are fucking cousins or something, which is creepy.
There's a royal family.
Yeah, but then they keep it in the family and shit. She was like, well, Charles Xavier did it for years with the X-Men. And he's like, well, now that you've made it a competition.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was funny. But other than that, it's
an book. It's an X-Men book.
Yeah.
If you want to read an X-Men book, but don't want to read the X-Men, this is the book for you.
Which I don't blame you, considering the X-Men are.
Considering the X-Men are fucked.
Well, the all new X-Men.
All new X-Men is completely. Do you remember that character Goldballs?
Fanboy says all new retcon recycled garbage.
Oh my god! It really is. It's completely recycled. It's the same X-Men stories, but now it's the Inhumans. And this all new X-Men. Once I swear I got 2 pages in, I realized it was the old new X-Men. It was like young Scott, young Angel, who for some reason has fiery wings.
Cosmic wings, remember?
What the fuck?
That black vortex.
No.
Yes.
Iceman, who thinks he's gay, he's a little kid.
He's confused.
I put it down. Not even Mark Bagley's art, which I love.
I know.
Saved this book for me.
Yeah, he couldn't. It's just like.
I want to know. I want to see where Scott is at this point. I forget which X-Men book he's going to be heading up. Uncanny X-Men is coming soon with Magneto leading a team of basically villains.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either.
Villains turned.
I didn't finish reading Magneto's last series.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, do I need to finish that shit?
Not really, no.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. I won't. Yeah.
No, you'd be more prone to like keep up with the next title to find out what's going on with Magneto than you would to finish his last book, which was before Secret Wars. Was the whole shit with the Red Skull when he was Onslaught.
It kept on going until Secret Wars.
Yeah, but nothing really major happened. I'm hoping
Onslaught.
if they turn Uncanny X-Men with let's just call a spade a spade. These are fucking villains turned heroes. If they make this shit like a Black Ops X-Force book, I'll be all for it.
Wow, fanboy's only reading Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer is good. It's cute.
I don't bother.
I don't like that tone of the Silver Surfer. I wasn't expecting it, but I got back into Surfer when he appeared in Groot. I think it was issue 4. Which, by the way, if you want to laugh your ass off, go read Groot. It's such a phenomenal title. It's so cutely drawn. It's written by Jeff Loveness, I think his name is. Go read it. It's hilarious. That being said, all new X-Men was a rag.
Also, asking, reset button for Marvel. It is not a reset button, because it is still continuing off shit that happened in the last
They're just continuing off basura.
Yeah.
And the other fact of the matter is it's continuing off shit that we don't even know about yet, because not only did Secret Wars get delayed, it got fucking an extra issue added on. So now we're not going to get issue 9 until January.
8 comes out next week.
It was originally supposed to be 7, as I recall. Then it got pushed to 8. Then it got pushed to 9. If you don't have a story hammered the fuck out before you go to publication on issue 1, you have a problem. That's poor business practice.
Like they did with Captain America White. It took forever, but now it's done.
Now it's coming through, yeah. Guardians of Infinity.
Oh my god, who the fuck asked for this?
This is like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.1 or 2.0 or some shit.
There is a Guardians of the Galaxy book.
Right, and that's with Thing and Star-Lord.
This is still them, but with Guardians of the Galaxy 3000 and whatever, the future ones.
Right.
The original ones.
The original Guardians of the Galaxy.
And now with like the ancient Guardians of the Galaxy. Because there's time travel in this shit.
Of course there is.
And you know I'm not getting issue 2, right?
Oh, I know that.
Not good.
Yeah. It's just too. All right, let's talk about Red Wolf. This was an awesome Western book. You've got an Indian who is not welcomed by white settlers. The Indian is the sheriff. So you can imagine how this went over.
Is this jumping off of 1492?
From 1872.
1872.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't finish that.
Okay, that's worth your time. And this book, bit of a spoiler in it.
Steve Rogers dies.
Steve Rogers gets killed.
Okay.
And he gives the badge to the sheriff, who I guess is like this world's Falcon or something.
That's fucked up, because
he gives the badge, to the Indian.
it's fine that he gives the badge to the Indian. That's not fucked up. But they give such a oomph to this kid. I didn't feel that because I didn't finish the fucking last series. So I'm like, who the fuck is this whippersnapper that he has a fucking badge?
He's not really a kid. He's an older.
He looks like a kid.
Sometimes
in the cover, he looks like a badass person.
Right. Oh, I got the variant cover to this, which is just fucking off the chain.
See, he's not drawn like that.
Right, he's not. He's maybe like a 22, 23-year-old kid, because he still runs to his mom for, like, help.
Like, motherfucker, kill a bison, eat some more, get some muscle on you. What?
I like the fact that they have all of the characters from Marvel in this.
Yeah.
Like, Sandy is the Sandman, Brock is and they're all like cattle rustlers and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's got powers or anything. The only twist at the end is somebody shows up who's got a ray gun or something, and the ending of which, the last page, which I didn't like, is he gets zapped by this dude whose fucking like laser weapon goes awry, and all of a sudden he gets transported to the modern day, and his kid's taking a video of some weird Indian that showed up in like Times Square or something. Bullshit. I was having so much fun with the Western story. Why couldn't you keep it there?
I'm hoping he goes back.
I really need him to go back. I don't want a modern fucking... I don't need some time-traveling lost Indian in the modern society story. I don't. I wanted to go back, and I will continue to read this book. What?
I'm pretty sure if you pay attention, you could notice when I did this, because people could tell I farted.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good. I'll see when I edit. Spidey, #1. I know.
Hold on. Could this be a long ongoing that All-Star Western stopped?
Maybe. All-Star Western was DC.
Yeah.
This is Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
But I would like to see a Western Marvel book taking place in another world in the 1800s.
It's like an Elseworld.
Yeah.
A different multiverse, which is fine.
I'm totally cool with it.
Go with it.
Go the fuck back there. Stop with the modern society shit. I've had enough of modern society. I hate people. Present company excluded, all of you. Spidey was garbage. I wanted to like this book. I really did. It's supposed to go back to the classic stories of Peter Parker's youth when he's still in high school, he's late with his homework, he can't talk to girls. Well, I got news for you. If you're going to go back to Peter Parker's youth, you don't fucking get to use cell phones. You don't get to have computers. You don't get to, when he lets the fucking, the robber run past him, he's walking on the side of the wall? He was waiting for an elevator! An elevator. He's not on the side of the wall. If you're going to fucking do some shit like this, you have respect for what came before it.
I agree.
Second of all, you are in the wrong time zone, motherfucker. This is not an Elseworld story. You don't get to have people taking pictures with cell phones and shit like that. You don't get flat screen computers.
That was the first thing that bucked me.
Peter Parker is at least about 25 years old, and I'm sorry, we didn't have that then. So even if you don't want to take this shit back to the 60s, which I can't blame you,
I
fine.
understand that.
Take this shit back to the mid-90s when motherfuckers were using computers that were this big. Mm-hmm. And you were happy with that shit.
I didn't like...
You got an 18-inch computer, that shit was the size of this table.
I didn't like...
Your electric bill was $400 a month.
Was Gwen Stacy's badass when she was young?
Not, she was a tough bitch.
Okay.
She was definitely nobody's pushover. She was not like a typical blonde bimbo.
Well,
Mary Jane was the bimbo.
Flash Thompson's a blonde, right?
Flash Thompson was originally a blonde.
And the Osborns have red hair.
The Osborns have like a reddish tint to their hair.
They redesigned that.
I didn't notice so much of the Osborn thing, but Flash Thompson I noticed is now a brunette. He looks like the dude from the original Tobey Maguire movie.
They gave them all new hairstyles. The Osborn look tanned, like they got
that curl in their hair
is gone.
That I thought I saw that.
One More Day story in Spider-Man made me stop collecting comics for 3 years, fanboy.
That was like when this shit happened, the Clone Saga, and I stopped for a good amount of time. I stopped for like 2-3 years.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
How old is the Marvel U? How many years in comic continuity?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
That is a question I cannot answer you. I don't even think the CEOs at Marvel on their drunkest day could answer you.
Jarhead might be able to answer that.
Jarhead might be able to answer that.
He's freaky that way.
We haven't heard from him in a while. We're going to go yell at him on Facebook.
He's young. He has a girlfriend. He's a super genius.
Doesn't matter. Got to make time for your boys. Same.
He's young. He doesn't know the rules yet.
I know. He'll learn, though.
I stopped after them, jumped back in with Big Time.
Big Time was the wrong time. Back in Black was a good series.
It was.
That was like one of the last Spider-Man stories that I can really remember going gaga over. So we're going to end this on a surprisingly high note, at least for me.
It was.
I did not... I must have gone into this with absolutely... with like negative expectations. Forget zero. What did they say?
No, he just corrected himself. Back in Black was awesome.
The Totally Awesome Hulk was thoroughly entertaining.
It was entertaining. That's a good choice of words.
Thank you.
It's not an epically good comic book.
No. But it's fun.
It is fun.
To see Amadeus Cho act like a silly teenager with the power of the Hulk is fun. To see him interact with She-Hulk was hilarious.
She's
like,
40.
She's 40. What? Nothing.
She's hot. First of all...
Please, I know plenty of 40-year-old. I'm almost 40. You're almost 40.
Yes, thank you.
There are 40-year-old women that are so hot.
I forgot Frank Cho's drawing this.
Okay.
Because I just pushed this out of my mind.
Did that help a bit?
Oh my God, it did. Because he drew her hot.
Yeah.
And he added his chick in the end of it all, who's fucking hot too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And then
the chick on the beach that he was flirting with?
The chick on the beach was hot.
Uh-huh.
The villain in the end was hot.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, I don't care if I'm getting the shit beat out of me. She's hot. Whatever.
was-
He's like a horny teenager.
Yes.
It's funny.
And he's stuffing himself for a calorie
He's
count.
eating like thousands upon thousands of calorie cheeseburgers.
There's a weirdness to his power.
Yeah. See, that's what I like about it is they're going. Obviously, Greg Pak is going somewhere with this. Greg Pak has been writing the Hulk for a long time.
And he's done it
He
well.
knows the character. Greg Pak wrote World War Hulk. He wrote Planet Hulk. Give this guy a chance.
Yeah.
Which is one of the, I guess, main reasons that I'm okay with saying I liked it. I did go in thinking this is going to be bullshit.
I expected crap in that stick.
Completely. And obviously something happened to Bruce Banner. We're introduced to it for a little bit. He absorbed a shitstorm of radiation from a nuclear reactor that was going critical.
How awesome was Cho's art drawing the actual Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, fuck, man.
But it was the radiation that he absorbed was the complete opposite of gamma radiation.
Hulk should have a full Hulk. You're right. But this isn't Hulk.
This isn't Hulk. This is a teenage
straight up.
kid
This is
who
Amadeus.
is stupid enough to have a faux Hulk in real life. Remember that. So therein lies the difference. And they're going to I think they're going to slowly build this toward not only figuring out what happened to Bruce Banner, but with Amadeus either starting to look for Bruce Banner if maybe he's missing, or eventually turning over the mantle back to Bruce.
Somebody said maybe half a year from now, they'll finally show it, explain it. They probably take a while. So
I would say 6 months.
They're going to draw it out.
Yeah. 6 months to a year is probably prime Marvel time for
I
that.
expect Hulk to come back, Bruce Banner, and I expect a fight between the two.
Without question.
Yeah.
There should be a fight.
They should.
Especially if Hulk is pissed off. Like if he's hulked out Hulk and he's like, you're taking over my fucking job or whatever. And yeah, I think that'll be great. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to stick with this book.
So am I.
So far, I loved it. We got a couple last minute questions from our boy El Sinestro. Let's go to that.
Cho Hulk versus Red Hulk. That
Red Hulk.
should happen too. Red Hulk
That
should win.
should happen. He should get involved in this.
But also depends on the nature of Cho Hulk's powers.
El Sinestro, how awful is Eisenberg's portrayal of Lex Luthor?
Horrible.
We handled that in the beginning of the show.
Carrot Top.
He's a whiny little bitch. How robotic did Batfleck's voice sound? He sounded better than Christian Bale on Christian Bale's best day.
He did. I give him that much. He needs to fucking shave.
I like the stubble, man.
I don't like the stuff. Listen, when you have the same kind of facial hair as you do when you're in your secret identity, it's not so secret. That's why I can't stand fucking Iroh's secret identity shit.
How strange was it to see Batfleck holding a gun while facing off with General Zod? I mean Doomsday.
I didn't like it.
I don't know why I don't think that's a shotgun. I think it's like a spear gun or something.
I don't know. It looked like a gun. He was holding it like military style. It was weird.
Well, I mean, he would. That's how you hold a gun like that.
Well, Batman hates guns. Why would he even know how to hold a gun?
He doesn't really hate guns. He hates guns with bullets in them. I'm telling you, I think that's a spear gun of something. It looks like a harpoon. Just saying. How ridiculous did the effects on General Doomsday look? He looked like a cave troll.
General Doomsday. I like it's. I don't know. I heard the budget for this shit was crazy.
It went way over budget.
More rats, fashionable male, Affleck. Bat harpoon. Where did the budget go to?
I don't know.
Because obviously, Lex Luthor has shitty hair. It didn't go to feeding Gal Gadot. I don't know.
Speaking of, is it me or does Gal Gadot appear to be enhanced? Maybe look larger than she is, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Sinestro says not Doomsday. It doesn't look like Doomsday.
It looks like a cross between Doomsday and Wraith. Yeah. I don't care. I was right. And finally, Bungholio12 said, it's not comics related, but there's a comic out there based on Star Wars. Right now, they're doing The Force Awakens, The Journey to the Force Awakens.
They're doing that, but also doing the regular Star Wars Vader books.
Right.
Which are
All
awesome.
of the Star Wars books from Marvel are fucking off the hook.
Phenomenal.
The artwork is phenomenal. Everything about them is just great.
I think they're about to finish Chewbacca. They finished Lando. Lando was freaking good.
Really?
Lando was really good. He goes to steal.
I didn't even read that.
He goes to steal do a job and stealing a space yacht, if you will.
Okay.
It turns out it's the Emperor's. And
help.
he has a bunch of Sith stuff, and it's all like dark and evilly possessed type of shit. It corrupts some of the people he's dealing with, and it's like a free for all. We all gotta survive and shit. It's It's good.
It was like
It's
5
really good.
issues, right? Only. Something
Yeah,
like that?
it's so good for 5 issues.
I said, do you think the man behind the mask of Kylo Ren is really Luke Skywalker,
No.
the Sith version? We know for a fact it is not. Luke Skywalker is not Kylo Ren. We saw a picture,
We posted it.
and then it got immediately taken down because copyright stuff and LucasArts and Disney was not having it. So rather than get sued, we had to take that down. But we have seen Luke Skywalker in his long Jedi robes.
Beard
He's
and
straight up
everything.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's probably living in the mountains somewhere. It's not Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren, we think, is the other Solo twin.
Yeah, there's a lot of children involved.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers.
So get ready for that.
They use the Force and pull out.
In fact, we
something.
think the black dude in the movie is the son of the only other black dude in the movies. Is Lando's kid. That's what I heard.
I know, but I just hope that's wrong. He's on Fish Tour. Han Solo got around there. He did. Luke and Leia's son. There's
No, not Luke and Leia's son.
Well, maybe that's why he went back.
Luke and Leia's son would have like a little third head growing out here, and he's like, "Hey, I have a little love for shoulder guy." What? All right, guys, thanks for being with us this week. It was great. It's been like 2 hours. We love you guys. We really do. Just the Periscope shit. It opens up a whole new world for the show. Being able to interact with you guys as it's going, it's absolutely phenomenal. So here's to you. Give yourselves a fucking round of applause. You're welcome. And happy Thanksgiving. We will be here next week, which is the 17th, I believe is the date, or the 18th, something like that.
For
I
us?
guess I guess I could look it up. No, today's the 3rd. So I'm sorry, we got 2 more weeks left of this month. I forgot what day it is. We'll be here
Wonder why.
the 10th, which is when... Oh, fuck, I had my days crossed. Motherfucker.
It's not.
And you allowed me to go with it, too.
I don't know time and dates.
I don't know time. I'm not the doctor. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give these 2 books away.
If you try Ustream, the comments don't disappear.
Ustream?
Raj, look into that.
We'll take a look.
So what we're going to do is we're going to give these away on the 10th next week. You'll see the graphic popping up. I'm going to pop this graphic up tomorrow. You're going to have to go onto the Pete's Basement website, or go on our YouTube and get to the interview with the Paybacks crew, find who they mentioned, what the other character they mentioned, what the motherfucker you's laughing
They're
at.
calling him Doctor Who. And El Sinestro called him Dr. What?
God damn it. Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now. I have a lot of psychological issues, all right?
We all know this.
Me.
Think?
I'm just going to let you guys know that. So when I'm talking and you're laughing, I think either you, like all of you guys are laughing at me. And then that's what the swords are for.
Who demoted Roger from God to Doctor Who?
Whatever you say now about the contest, you're gonna have to edit over the earlier part, like legally.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're giving them bad information. What if they like cut out?
Then they should watch the rest of the show.
No, you gotta do whatever it is. You have to edit it.
I'll put the text on the bottom of the screen.
But it's funny, El Sinestro. Of course I'm going to laugh.
I'll put the text on the bottom of the
Like,
screen.
If Pete's drunk, you have to watch to the end to actually get the real contest information.
Yeah,
Even
that's
better.
fine.
Stay to the end.
So anyway, next week, we're going to give these away. I'm going to have the question up on fucking Instagram. You got to go on the Pete's Basement website or on YouTube, find the interview with the Paybacks crew, and tell us who the character that they mentioned in the interview is. Just tell us the character's name and maybe what his powers can do, and you will be entered into this contest. That's next week. I hate you all.
I like Dr. Avengers.
No wonder like this. This is a,
Pete drinks. Watch
the guy who did
episode.
Pit drew this.
I like that. That should be our tagline.
Yeah, disclaimer. Legally. Disclaimer. Pete drinks. Watch the whole.
Hey. The graphic for the Star Wars shit will also pop up this week, but that's going to be a 2-week contest. We're going to give them away on the 17th, which is the day that Star Wars premieres. And then we're gone for 2 weeks because of Christmas and New Year's. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Chances are Pete's wrong right now because.
Chances are, do you just want to do this like for next week? You want to just make this a month-long contest?
Oh, what are you talking about?
All right. Forget everything I just said.
No.
No, it's still good.
That's it. It's fine. You have to figure this shit out in editing.
I don't care.
Congratulations.
Don't care.
Tommy.
Listen, my editing is just putting the text at the bottom of the screen, and I correct myself pretty often. I did it just recently. I was like, nope, Pete, it's this, and you just read it right on the bottom of the screen.
And what happens to blind people who listen to the
Blind people aren't watching Pete's Basement because they don't read
They're
comics.
listening to the episode.
They don't read comics.
Blind
They
people.
don't make Braille comic
You
books.
just open up the bad
We're
stuff.
hoping to get some foray into the comics universe by listening to the Pete's Basement Show.
Have you ever wanted to fuck a blind girl? Because
Oh
I
my
really
God.
do. I totally do. I know, it's terrible.
How ugly you think you are?
Maybe. It's probably,
blind
like I
girl,
said,
a
I've
deaf
had
girl.
psychological... Could you imagine a deaf girl like, it sound like a fucking
Call
like
her
a
anything
retarded
you want.
porpoise?
Take that, Princess Leia. And she wouldn't mind.
She had no
She wouldn't
idea.
know.
Unless she's like Helen Keller and she like puts a hand on your throat and she's like, my name is not Princess
First of all, sorry for the tiny who just joined.
Ah.
Just catching the end of that stupidity.
She was on before. She left.
People come and go.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
They have a life.
Maybe.
It's like you just tune back in. These jerks are still on.
Yeah.
Pete, how many fingers am I holding up?
I don't know. I can't see you. Who's that? Well, technically that's 5. All 5 are up. Live long and prosper, Pete's Basement fans. We'll see you guys next week.
Pete's Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Pete's Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.
Let's get this party started. All right. That was a good one. We're live.
What's up, Sonic Ninja?
Damn.
Sonic Ninja. That's a pretty cool term.
Like Lord.
Lower the shit. Gotta fucking tell him every time.
Every time.
Like it's amateur hour and shit. Hope everybody had a nice, happy, healthy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody got into a nice, good fight with their family because it's not the holidays without one. What? Guys, it's a very crowded round table, which you'll notice is not, never has been round. I would have liked to go to the porn convention.
We should. Our fans would want us to go to the porn convention.
Our fans would definitely want us to go to the porn convention. Perhaps they have amateur hour. Perhaps we could get paid. I would allow myself to be seduced on a couch by some female director. Only female directors, though. She could tell me that I'm going to get paid for it when then she just throws a fucking twat on my face and rubs it up and down. And then I don't get paid at the end and I feel like a dirty, dirty whore. I'm okay with that.
It is not joke time, El Sinestro. Oh my God. Is it joke time?
I mean, depends. What has he got?
Why did the Virgin lose it to a retarded girl?
Why did the Virgin...
Lose it to a retarded girl.
Why?
Why, El Sinestro? Why? He wanted his first time to be special.
Can we just say that we love you guys for like sticking with us for this long and just listening to us yip yap for this amount of time and just sitting back and having fun with us? I hope you guys are getting drunk with us because, I mean, there's no other excuse.